Hello everybody, good evening to all of you and namaste to all of you once again. In this video, I am going to talk about the one book which was extremely influential in my getting a job in Germany. The book's name is 10x, numerical 1, numerical 0 and alphabet X. That's the name name of the book, 10x by Grant Cardone. Now let me tell you, this book does not talk about German culture or German companies or German ethics or German work ethic or how to talk with Germans, nothing like that. This is a self-help, self-improvement book. This is a book which very much emphasizes on the soft skills. Of course, I have read a lot of self-improvement books, but of all the various books I read, this book or implementing what I read this book has been pivotal in my getting a job in Germany. And let me explain further. As the name suggests, 10x, as the name suggests, the book does not make any qualms about one aspect which the author tries to hammer all along. Author all along hammers one simple thing. The root cause of success or the most important trait for success is taking massive action. Author clearly says you have to take massive action if you want to achieve your goals or dreams. The more loftier your goals are, the more bigger your desires are, the more massive your action should be. Now it appears common sense, but that's the problem. Many people don't have that common sense. The author not only mentions about massive action, he clearly says you be prepared to take 10 times action than what you have actually planned for. You be prepared to face 10 times disappointment than what I actually thought you will face initially. You be prepared to wait 10 times more time than what you thought initially. And plan your action accordingly. Take massive, gigantic action. That's the only thing author hammers all along in his book. One more good aspect about this book is the author clearly mentions about never say die attitude. Don't give up. Just don't give up. And author uses some words like fanatic, maniac, obsessed. He doesn't mince his words. Even though these words appear to have some kind of negative connotation, the author openly says if you want to have real good success in life, these characteristics are important. You must be a maniac to some extent. You must be obsessed at some degree. You must be fanatical to some degree. Only then your willpower will supersede all the obstacles. I am not trying to show off myself as a big hero who has crossed a lot of obstacles and got this job, mind you. But following what I read in this book has actually helped me getting a job. This book has actually prepared me to face a lot of disappointments. As I said, over the last 2 years, I tried a lot of companies. I must have made at least some 1,000 to 1,200 connections in LinkedIn within Germany itself. And for every connection I contacted, I requested if any job opening is there. There were occasions I first applied through website and then I contacted the company HR. Innumerable number of times there was no response. Innumerable number of times some HR said that even though they find my CV suitable, they are not willing to sponsor my visa. They said that, they bluntly said that why will we come all the way to India when there are some candidates available in Germany itself. And mind you, I'm talking to all the people who are planning to get a job directly in Germany. Of course, if you are into some IT company through deputation, if you are going, that's a different thing altogether. I would say you don't even need to listen to this video. But after I posted some videos over the last 1 week, I'm sure that many people have decided to get a job directly in Germany, to become an employee directly in German company's payroll. In my case, company not only sponsored my visa, but they even sponsored my relocation. And I was able to convince the company that I am worth it. And I was able to do that because I took massive action and I put lot of effort in preparation. I actually implemented to the T every alphabet I learned in this book 10x. The author of the book himself is a very accomplished, successful person. He is one of the richest real estate moguls in the world. I don't know what his rank is in Forbes, but he is rich enough to own 2 private jets. Well, that should say something about the author's capability and pedigree. Okay, so this book very much helped me to make a consistent effort over the span of 2 years. And before 2 years also, I made a lot of efforts to go abroad. But many times I attempted for a couple of weeks, attempted for a couple of months, and then I gave up. But it is only after I read this book, I decided that I must achieve this job abroad. I must get a job in Germany. And this book clearly narrates or explains why it is important to have such a fanatical determination. Why it is important to have such a maniac level of strong desire. And this book clearly explains why it is important to go all in, not to hold yourself back. Go all in, put your 100%. Irrespective of result, just make it your daily duty to give your 100%. I started trying to get a job in Germany even before I moved to Adas. Before I moved to Adas, I was totally into powertrain. Even during my tenure in powertrain, I contacted many German people. But, well, again, you call it fate or destiny. Somehow I could never get through any job in powertrain. And once I shifted to Adas and once I got reasonable expertise in Adas, again I started trying for a job. But this time I decided I have to this job hunt must materialize. There were occasions even my wife discouraged me. Of course, she didn't discourage me with any negative intention. She just tried to console me, come on, let it go. If it is in your fate or forehead, I don't know what you call in, agar माथे पे लिखा है, तो you may get a job in Germany. Such kind of advice she gave. Of course, she meant well, but still she tried to discourage. Okay, come on, if it comes, it will come. Let it, you just let it go. Such kind of ideas she gave me. But this time I was very determined not to rest till I get a job in Germany. And this die-hard attitude was definitely injected into me with the help by this book 10x. Okay, in the description I will give you a link to that book. Mind you, I am not promoting that book. If the author gets some royalty, I am not going to get any share. I only want to help you imbibe some qualities that will help you to make a long, consistent, massive effort. Even now, despite my previous videos, some of the people are contacting me, sir, just forward the resume to HR. I am counting on you to get a job in Germany. Trust me, friends, it's not that easy. It's not that easy. Just contacting somebody, asking them to forward their resume to HR, and well, it's not that easy. Believe me, life is not a fairy tale. Okay, so extreme action orientation, extreme effort, and extreme consistency, extreme never say die attitude, extreme never give up attitude, all these positive attitudes were definitely given to me by that book. The book clearly says that why you have to go to extremity to achieve success. In one of my previous interviews with one of the leading OEMs, HR contacted me that my resume has been shortlisted and I am going to be interviewed by such and such a person. I don't remember the name. Let's say his name is Mr. X. Then what I did was I immediately went to LinkedIn. I searched that Mr. X. I searched his background. I researched his background and I sent a mail to him clearly saying that why my skill set is perfectly aligned to the job profile. Not just, I did not stop at resume. I was not happy with getting shortlisted for the job. I further went one step and wrote a mail directly to the person who is interviewing me, clearly explaining why my skill set is aligned to the job profile. So when a couple of days later the actual interview happened, I really clearly had a head start against my fellow interviewers. Of course, it didn't finally materialize. After the interview, a couple of weeks later, HR informed me that they found a candidate whose capabilities were better than me. Well, I have no issues with that. And I am not going to lie that I was not disappointed. Yes, I was very disappointed. Because that was a very leading OEM in the world, and getting a job in that OEM would have been really prestigious. But somehow it didn't materialize. I was really deeply disappointed. But having said that, I was prepared for the disappointment. And I was prepared to get over that disappointment and further put massive actions towards my desire, which is to get a job in Germany. So I strongly recommend all of you to read this book 10x. Trust me, friend, this book is written in simple English. They do not use some very hi-fi English or anything like that. The author does not use any hi-fi English. Very simple English. And one salient feature of this book is the author makes his point in a very straightforward, blunt manner. And author himself comes from a very ordinary lower middle class family, so he knows what he is talking about. You can be convinced that he is not talking just some theoretical rhetoric. You can be convinced that what all he is preaching, he has actually practiced, and he has whatever success he has achieved in his life, he has achieved because of what he is preaching. Okay, so the book's name is 10x. I will put the link to that book in the description. If required, if you think you are willing to spend a couple of $100 or 200 or 300, I don't know the cost, I strongly suggest you buy that book and read that book. Okay, so again, I will always say, God be with you. Bye bye.